If that belt breaks, you guys can be stuck in the middle of nowhere, or you can destroy your engine in just a few seconds. Stay with us and we'll explain when you need to replace it. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Dodge Charger. It could be V6, V8 if you want to know when to replace serpentine belt, so that does not happen to you, because if your belt breaks, you practically can destroy your engine in a few seconds. If you're lucky, you may last a few minutes, guys, or you may end up being stuck in the middle of nowhere. Stay with us, we'll explain when you need to inspect your belt, when you need to replace it, and what factors can actually make your belt break earlier as well. All that will be covered today. Before we start, let me just tell you a little bit about us, guys. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we guys do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. And if you guys need to buy any parts, tools at a really good price, quick shipping, you want to get belt and let's say the whole belt kit, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tools and supplies from. Specifically, we have the 3.6 V6 engine that we'll be demonstrating on. So check this thing belt. This belt completely, guys, failed. It broke, and if that happens, okay, you can destroy your engine. You wonder why? Because right here, guys, the water pump, especially right here, is driven by the serpentine belt. Never stick your fingers close here. First you have the fan, second the belt, you can lose your hands. So that belt, if it breaks, your water pump will not run. So that can practically, guys, overheat your engine in just a few seconds if you're under load, or minutes if you're lucky. Your AC will not work in our case, your alternator will not be charging, so eventually the car battery will die too. And if it's all sudden, that can cause you to lose power, lose brakes, multiple things. So belts are very important. Now, it looks like a perfectly fine belt, right? I mean, if you look at that belt, at certain places it looks good. We inspect it, it looks perfectly fine, right? But it snapped. So you wonder, okay, how old was that belt? That belt has 107,000 miles on it, okay? But if you look at certain places, it does have cracks, but they're not everywhere. For instance, we have a section with cracks, then no cracks, then cracks. But on this side, we have probably a good 1 or 2 foot of belt without any cracks. So what can, okay, cause that belt to crack? First, when they work, they're exposed to quite a bit of, actually, guys, heat. That heat will make the belt not flexible. They'll start getting old. They'll use their flexibility. Also, if you drive in cold climate, it will be the same way, guys. So age is another thing. The rubber will use its flexibility. According to the Continental belts, you're supposed to replace them every 60,000, to inspect them every 60,000 miles, replace them 90,000 miles. Now this one has 107 and it failed. So it's really close to that interval. I will recommend, if you drive in hot climate, okay, or cold, hot especially because you even use the AC more, replace that belt sooner, guys. I go anywhere around 60 and 70,000 miles. Always replace the serpentine belt tensioner and the idler pulleys as well, the whole kit, because if the tensioner fails, you will lose your belt. If an idler pulley fails, you can lose your belt again. And it can even destroy other components such as AC compressor clutch. It can destroy your front crankshaft seal. And another thing, if the belt was exposed to oil leaks, such as oil leaks from the valve cover or coolant leaks from the water pump, that belt can actually fail prematurely pretty early, because oil and coolant can eat that rubber, and it can affect, okay, how long it's going to last. Hopefully the video will be helpful to any of you needing to find that. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.